Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy Motivational Monday. You guys, I am so excited. And the funny thing is, I'm not even quite sure why. Oh, I know why. I know why. Because in just a couple of hours, the Amazon person will be here. I'm excited because I told you guys I'm working on putting together my vision book for 2024. So I have the cover. I have the rings, that's all assembled. So today the dividers come. So I can put the dividers in. I already have labels to put on them. As soon as I decide what I'm going to, and I'm probably going to stick with the same format I have now. Maybe one or two things I'll take out. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, just put the labels on, and then unfortunately the loose paper that I put in there, that won't come until next week. So I'm not really happy about that, but it is what it is. Sometimes though, you'll get a notice that says your stuff won't come until the following week, but then you'll get another notice saying, hey, it'll be here tomorrow. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I've said my prayers that my paper can come this week, because I am so excited about getting my vision book together, you guys. Y'all just don't even truly understand, okay? And hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have another catch up with me video that I'm going to do to show you all. I'll probably, if I don't do it at the end of the week, I'll do it next week. But then I want to show you all the other stuff that I got from ordered from the Happy Planner. It says my stuff is out, not for delivery, but it's en route. So I'm excited about that. And what else? Yeah, I think that's it. So before I jump into today's video, first of all, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. My weekend was great. Okay, I got a chance to just relax. I relaxed so much, I'm gonna be honest with you, that I thought I recorded Saturday's podcast, and turns out I didn't, because I was looking forward to share the link, and I thought, where's my podcast? Did I accidentally delete it? That little voice said, Michelle, no, you never did it. So I definitely have to wrap this video up so I can go in there and get that recorded, because luckily that doesn't take long. I don't have to do a whole lot of editing and get that out. But before I jump into today's topic, I just wanted to tell you all that today's eyeshadow, which I am loving, is from the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice palette. I've showed you guys this one before. My boo-boo, he gave me this for last Christmas. So y'all just have no idea how excited I was. I was like, oh my God, how did you know I would like this? He said, because you love everything pumpkin spice, which I do. So he thought I would love this, and he was absolutely correct. And so I wanted to show you all the color. Y'all know what? I got to play around with some of these other colors that I have not used. Yeah, but today I am wearing Pretty as Pumpkin. And let me show you what that looks like. That, y'all, forgive me because it's a little messy, but I'm wearing this color right here. And it's called Pretty as Pumpkin. Love, love, love this. But I am going to try, I think on Wednesday, y'all, hold up, on Wednesday, I think I'm gonna go with cranberry, what is this, caramel apples. I think I'm gonna go with this one on Wednesday. I'll let you know for sure, but I believe I am. So having said that, let's jump into today's topic. So you guys know that I am loving this information about this whole stoic philosophy way of thinking. So my next few videos are probably gonna come from that line of thinking. Like I said, I'm not trying to get anybody to gravitate to that way of thinking or anything. I just love it. It to me, it's just great for everyday life, okay? And before I go any further, y'all, did you notice? Y'all didn't even notice. Did you notice that I did something different with my lips? I used a lip liner. I don't wear lip liner, but I decided to do something a little different today, and I'm kind of gravitating to it because I've never been a lip liner kind of person, but I do like it. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Today's topic is developing emotional control and resilience. So here are some fundamental Stoic principles that can help you develop emotional control and resilience. And I'm going to share 7 things with you, give you a takeaway, and bid you good day. Number 1, recognize what you can control. And if you all remember correctly, I talked about this not too long ago. It's always important to recognize what you can control. So the key with that is that you've got to know what you can control and what you can't. So events such as the actions of others or the weather are well beyond our control. However, we do have control over our thoughts, our beliefs, and reactions. By accepting this distinction, you can focus your energy on what you can change and let go of what you cannot. I can talk from now until Jesus comes back. And some of y'all still are not going to hear me. You spend way too much time focusing on things that you cannot change. And I just don't understand why. I don't understand why. Stop focusing so much of your time and energy on things that you cannot change. They said that on the weather app, it said there was a 40% chance of rain at 2 o'clock. Well, it's after 2 o'clock. And guess what? We didn't get any rain. But what would be the point in me stressing over, oh my God, it might rain at 2 o'clock, and I can't do anything about it? I can't do a daggone thing about it. I have two options. I can go out and take my umbrella, which I do have on the back seat, or I can stay behind in the house. But I have no control over whether or not it rains, so why am I stressing over it? I have no control over other people's behaviors. I have no control over other people's actions, so why am I stressing over it? Do yourself a favor. Stop stressing about it, but pray about it. Come on now. Or I should say, pray about it and stop stressing about it, because you can't do anything about it. So when you distinguish between the things that you can change and the things that you can change, I'm telling you, you will use your time so much more wisely. Number 2, embrace the dichotomy of control. So the dichotomy of control is a stoic practice that basically states some things are within our control and others are not. This concept was introduced by Epictetus, we talked about him the other day, who was a prominent Stoic philosopher. He argued that we should concern ourselves only with things within our control, such as our opinions, desires, aversions, and actions. Epictetus says that we should accept the things beyond our control. Now, understand what he said, that we should accept the things beyond our control. And this shift in perspective can reduce the emotional turmoil caused by external events. So we talked about, so this concept of number 2 is embracing the dichotomy of control. So when you accept that you cannot control some things, you begin to shift your perspective. But until you accept, see, because here's the thing, let me say this, let me put it in a different way. We know that there are things that we cannot change, right? You can't change somebody deciding they don't want to be with you anymore. You can't change somebody cheating on you. You just can't. But when you accept that people are susceptible to doing these things, you shift your perspective. And I promise you, it'll change your whole way of thinking, and it will change how you deal with everyday life. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. Number 4, cultivate virtue. Stoicism places great importance on the development of moral and intellectual virtues, such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. By focusing on becoming a virtuous person, you can align your actions with your values and minimize inner conflicts that lead to emotional turbulence. Y'all, this is powerful. This is powerful. So, in other words, if we place great importance on the development of moral and intellectual virtues, again, as I said, such as your wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline, you will be able to minimize that inner conflict that you, or I should say, we tend to walk around with every single day. And you do so needlessly. All you have to do is put step 4 into practice in your life. Simple as that. Number 5, endure and adapt. So the Stoics advocate for dealing with life's challenges with patience and resilience. They believe that difficulties and hardships are opportunities for personal growth. When faced with adversity, instead of giving in to negative emotions, Stoics encourage people to adapt and find solutions that align with your virtues. And it seems like I just read that. Did I not? No. So yeah, so endure and adapt. When you learn to, now I know, because somebody in the room is thinking, well, Michelle, if I adapt, then I'm saying I accept whatever it is that's going on. No, I didn't say accept. You have to adapt. And y'all don't have time to really unpack that the way I want to, but I love when he says that the Stoics believe that difficulties and hardships are opportunity for personal growth. So you're going through something, right? Some of you are, some of you're not, but some of you are. And if you're not right now, you will be, and many of us have already endured that. But I digress. So if you start to believe that your difficulties and your hardships are opportunities for personal growth, I'm telling you, it is going to take you so much further than you ever could have imagined. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I have, long before I started preparing for today's video, but I had already decided, and let me say this, I know that whenever God allows you to go through something, it's because he's got something better for you. And what I do know is that the Bible says if we are faithful over a little, come on, somebody. God will make us ruler over a lot. Some of you all have not gotten that big thing that you've been praying for because God said you haven't been faithful on the little bit that I gave you already. So if you can't be faithful over that little bit that I've already given you, what makes you think that I believe that if I give you more, you're going to be faithful over that? Chances are you will not. Now, I know some people say, oh, well, you know, that don't really count. But when God blesses me with ABCXYZ, oh, honey, I'm going to cherish it, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. Well, then why can't you cherish the little bit that you have? See, I cherish all that I have now while I wait for God to bless me with more, because I want him to know that I am faithful over the little that you've given me as I prepare for much, much more. And God's going to say, yep, Michelle was faithful over that. She didn't complain. She adapted, and she saw that difficulty as being room for personal growth. And so now she's ready to graduate from this little bit to all of this up here. Y'all, that's powerful. Number 6, practice self-reflection. By examining your thoughts and actions, you can identify areas where your emotions may be clouding your judgment. Self-awareness allows you to make rational decisions and respond to situations with better emotional control. I cannot even begin to tell you how many times this applied to me, where I had to really stop and think, take a couple of deep breaths, quite a few deep breaths, I should say, and get my emotions under control so that I can make better decisions. Because I'm going to tell you what happens when I don't. The words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart are truly not holy and acceptable unto God. And I know that. I know that. But in that moment, whatever that thing is, has got me seeing stars and stripes, red, white, and blue, green, blue, brown, and purple. You understand? I am just that angry. But I'm learning, because it's a process. I tell people all the time, I'm not perfect. I am not perfect. I don't have it all together. I am still a work in progress. But I know that if I take some time and I examine my thoughts and my actions, and I know, and I can identify the areas where my emotions are clouding my judgment, because sometimes I'm so vested in whatever that thing is that my emotions are clouding my judgment. And that's why I may say the things that I say. Now, do I go back and ask God to forgive me? Absolutely. Absolutely. But in that moment, I allowed that situation to cloud my judgment, and I am working on getting better with that. Doesn't happen often, oh honey, but when it does, And as I said, self-awareness will allow you to make rational decisions. So when you are aware of where you are emotionally in that moment, you can make better decisions. A lot of times we mess up because we get so caught up in our feelings that we just fly off the deep end. And like I said, I'm guilty of it. I'm a work in progress, but I am guilty of it from time to time. Number 7, last but not least, now, live in accordance with nature. So the Stoics believe that living in harmony with the natural order of the universe leads to a tranquil and meaningful life. This means accepting the limited time of all things and not resist the natural course of events. By embracing this perspective, you can reduce the emotional turmoil caused by the fear of loss or change. You know, this is so fitting as I think about, and I shared with you all, Frankie lost his mom week before last, and this was so fitting. I actually thought about her as I was writing up my notes, and I love when it says that we have to accept the limited time of all things and not resist the natural course of events. The reality is, you guys, is that we come in this world leaving. Let me say that one more time. We come in this world leaving, meaning that we didn't come to stay. We are here, but for a short amount of time. Now, short is relative. Understand that. Short is relative, because some people, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother is 101 years old. She turned 101 in May. Whereas my maternal grandmother, let me see, Nana passed away, I think Nana was, Nana might have been in her late 80s, I guess. She might have been 90, but I think she was in her late 80s when she passed away. So, and then you have some young people that aren't even living to see 20. So understand that that we are here, except the limited time of things. Limited, like I said, it means different things for different people. Because your limited may not be my limited. My limited may not be somebody else's limited. But the reality is, you guys, is that we have to accept that everything has a season. We have a season. I have a season. You have a season. Where you are right now in life has a season. Because I'm going to tell you what I do know. The season that you're in right now, you haven't always been there. You have not always been there. There was a season in your life when you didn't have the things that you have right now. There was a season in your life where the things that you have now, you had way more than that in another season. And you now have less in this season than you had in the previous season. So everything is but for a short time. This is why I tell people all the time, you need to be thankful. You need to be grateful. Thank God every day, every day, every day, every day without fail. When you wake up in the morning, you thank God for waking you up, because guess what? He didn't have to do it. Somebody somewhere went to bed last night and did not wake up this morning. Somebody somewhere is going to go to bed tonight and they won't wake up tomorrow morning. You know why? Because their season has ended. Everything has a time limit. And I know it's not something that we like to think about. It certainly is not something that I like to think about, let alone talk about. But the reality is that if you are going to develop emotional control and resilience, you have to be aware that everything has a season. So this is why I tell people all the time, live in the moment, enjoy where you are right now. Stop worrying about where it is that you're trying to get to. Now, understand what I didn't say. I did not say give up on where it is that you're trying to go. I said stop worrying about where it is that you want to get to. Enjoy the journey as you go on your way. Enjoy where you are while you work towards where you want to be. That way, life doesn't pass you by. Because if you're not careful, if you are not careful, why does my shirt look wrinkled? If you're not careful, you will feel like life is passing you by. And for many of you, it probably is. But just live in the moment. Okay, I'm going to leave you with that. Live in the moment and enjoy where you are. It's great to make plans. I'm not telling you don't make plans. I'm not saying that at all. Make your plans because you should have plans, but always live in the moment. Thank God for where you are right now. Thank God for what you have right now. Don't sit there talking about some God, I asked you for this and I remember when I had that. Because that season of your life is no more. Thank him for the season that you're in right now. Remember what I talked about? If you can be faithful over a little, come on now, God will make you ruler over a lot. Be thankful for what you have right now. Don't sit back there worrying about, I remember back in the day when I had this and I had that and I had the other. That's great. That is wonderful. But right now, this is what you have. So be thankful for this until you get back to where you were and go beyond that. Okay? Now, here's your takeaway. Stoicism offers a practical and timeless approach to developing emotional control and resilience. While it doesn't advocate for complete emotional detachment, let me say this. The videos that I'll be doing for you all probably over the next couple of weeks, I'm not telling you to just completely get emotionally detached. Okay, I'm not telling you that at all. It encourages individuals to manage their emotions in a way that promotes inner peace and rational decision making by recognizing what is within our control. And so the takeaway from today's topic, you guys, is just really about recognizing what's in your control. Too many of you all, when I talk to people, you are sitting on the edge of your seat and you're stressing about things that you have no control over. No control over whatsoever. And so when you're walking around here, you're mad, you're sad, your lip poked out. Who are you mad at? Who you mad at? I'm going to tell you who you're mad at. You're mad at God. Because God he's the one that's in control of those things that you're mad about. But why? Focus on what you can control. Let God do his part, you do yours, and the world will be a much better place. Y'all, that's it. That is all. Thank you so much for giving me just a little bit of your time to speak life into you and to help you get better control over your emotions and identifying those things that identifying and accepting. Let me say that. Identifying and accepting those things that you can control. Because I promise you, you'll live a much happier life when you do that. So having said that, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. You all, it warms my heart when I go in to YouTube and I look at the views on my videos. It just warms my heart. Thank you so very much. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate you. I really do, because I could not do what I do without each and every one of you. So if you have not already done so, please make sure you hit that thumbs up, because what that does is it helps the algorithm and it allows my videos to be seen by more people. So please make sure you always hit that thumbs up button for me. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you share this video. Any of my videos that you think would be a blessing to someone else. I actually got a text message, you guys, on yesterday from a friend who thanked me for a video I did recently. And this individual said, you have no idea how that video was for me. See, this is why I do what I do. It's not for me. It's not about me. Now, I will say there are times when I have to go back and listen to my own words of wisdom because I may be going through something. But what I do it for you all. Because I know that somewhere somebody is going through something, and the last thing you need is for somebody to tear you down. My job that I have taken on for myself is to speak life into as many people as I possibly can. You know, there's a song that simply says, it ain't over until God says it's over. And that's what I want to always instill in you. Doesn't matter what you've been through. Doesn't matter what you're going through. Doesn't matter what you said, what you didn't say, what you did or what you didn't do. It's not over until God says it's over. So ask for forgiveness if you wrong somebody, because I definitely have to throw this out there. If you've ever wronged somebody, always ask for forgiveness. They can accept it or not. If they choose not to accept it, hey, that's on them. That's none of your business. That's none of your concern. You did what you were supposed to do. You asked God to forgive you. You asked that person to forgive you. If they choose not to, then that is their business. You keep going with your life. Keep going with your life. If you mess up in life, let me say this. It's okay. Life happens. We all mess up. We all make mistakes. All you can do, again, is ask God to forgive you and then move forward and try to do better with your life. That's it. That's all. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm not judging. I am not judging, because who am I to judge? The Bible says that we are not to judge anybody. So I'm not judging anyone. We all make mistakes. Ask for that forgiveness and move on. I'm not even sure how I even got on that rant, but maybe somebody needed to hear that. But anyway, and this is not your first rodeo. Oh, before I get to you all, again, for you first timers, I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Also, make sure you check out my podcast on Saturdays as well, either Saturday or Sunday, but on the weekend. Let me say that. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you all. Y'all know I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. I love each and every one of you. And I say that not because I don't have anything else better to say. I don't have anything else better to do. I say it because I mean it from the heart. When I say it, it comes from my heart. I love each and every one of you. I want nothing but the best for you. I know that the best is yet to come. I know that God is going to bless you. I just know it. I know that you all have so much good coming your way. I know that God is sending down the blessings even as I do this video. But I need you to believe it. Oftentimes, I believe in people, but they don't believe in themselves. And that's very concerning for me. Because I believe in you. I just want you to believe in you. That's why I do what I do. Someone said to me, well, Michelle, if you don't get paid to do these YouTube videos, why do you do it? Because I wouldn't do it. I would charge people and teach it in a class. Could I? I probably could. But I do what I do because I know somebody somewhere needs to hear something that I'm sharing. And so I get paid knowing that I'm a blessing to other people. That's the payment that I get from doing these YouTube videos. It really is. So having said that, you guys, go out there, enjoy the rest of your day. Right now, it is 65 degrees here in the DMV area. It's been a little chilly all day. I don't have a jacket on because I just came out the house and got in the car. But I know if you're in the DMV area, if you're going out later on this evening, please make sure you put on a jacket or a sweater or something, maybe even a coat, because the weather's getting a little chilly now in the evening, so you will need to cover up. But when you go out, I want you all to have a great rest of the evening. You know the drill. You know the spiel. I love you, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can do about it. I mean nothing. There isn't, because I love you, and that's it. That's all. That is it, and that is all. I love saying that. Y'all go out, have a great rest of the evening. Be careful where you go. Okay, be careful where you're going. Watch your surroundings. Be careful of the people that you're hanging out with. If you don't have to be out after dark, then don't. Or don't hang out too many places where there aren't a lot of people after dark. And if you have to get gas, don't y'all be out here at night getting gas now. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Honey, I will ride on empty and wait till tomorrow to get gas. But I am not getting gas at night. I just am not, because you have to be so careful out here. And I want you all to be careful, because I want you to come back on Wednesday for another motivational video. Okay? So again, love you. If you're going out, just be careful. Love you all, and we'll talk again on Wednesday.